Chosen ones. No secrets can be hidden. A reptilian is hiding right next to you. The truth is slowly revealed. In this world, you see everything. Be careful now. There is something lurking not only behind the walls, but in the depths of every person you meet. In every moment, in every step, in every glance, a mystery is being revealed. One more mystery to be solved. They are testing you, wondering how you will react to this light. But do you realize something? That neighbor, that ordinary person, is not so ordinary after all. There is a hidden power inside him, and it will make you face a truth that will shake the whole world. Are you ready? Then write 222 in the comments, because the truth is hiding in the most unexpected places, closest to you. There's something unmistakable about the energy surrounding her. A residue that trails behind her, barely perceptible, but constant. It's a signature of her unseen world, one that you've quietly observed for some time. This subtle yet noticeable presence, like an imprint left behind after a storm, signals that something unusual is happening behind closed doors. It's not your place to interfere, but in a community so tightly knit, these quiet shifts don't remain hidden forever. In every brief moment your eyes meet, a flicker of recognition passes between you. It's subtle, yet undeniable. You're both aware of what's going on beneath the surface. She's become keenly aware that you've noticed, that you see past her carefully crafted exterior. You, with your perceptive presence, hold a quiet power in this space, an unspoken authority that holds more weight than she realizes. The whispers of your influence travel quickly, reaching the ears of those around you. You've already gathered quiet support, quietly sowing the seeds of necessary change. The deeper currents of this community are aligning with you, and she feels the pressure mounting. She can sense that the days of living undisturbed in her world are coming to an end. There's a growing awareness that soon her actions will have consequences, and your quiet strength will be the force that calls them to light. At night, she lays wide awake, uncertain. A persistent thought lingers in her mind. When will you act? When will your understanding of the truth reach a tipping point, compelling you to bring everything into the light? The nights are long for her now, filled with a constant gnawing fear that soon the truth she's hidden will be exposed. Ever since you arrived, the air itself has changed, like a storm cloud rolling over a calm horizon. You can feel the heaviness in the room, the way the sunlight seems to shimmer a little differently when you step outside. She can't explain it, can't put it into words, but she knows something's different. It's in her bones, in her heartbeat, in the way she suddenly feels the weight of every decision she makes. She knows deep down that the spiritual atmosphere has shifted, like a river that's slowly changing course, and she's afraid of where it's headed. She's careful now, like someone walking on eggshells, aware that every word she speaks, every movement she makes is being measured. She tries to keep her distance, pretending not to notice when you pass by, hoping that the tension building between you will somehow go unnoticed. But it's too late. It's like trying to hide a fire with a handful of leaves. The heat's too intense. The smoke has already risen, and now both of you know, she knows, and you know she knows. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the Super Thank You button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. share your blessings to glorify His kingdom. For you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. It's like when a light is turned on in a room full of darkness. At first, you don't realize the change, but the shadows can't hide anymore, and she can feel the shift. She's tried to bury it, to pretend like everything's the same, but inside, she knows that the balance has changed, that the power in the room is no longer hers. It's like someone walking into a space where they once had control, only to find that the keys to the kingdom have shifted hands. The air feels thicker now, charged with energy, a hum of divine authority that she can't escape. No matter how hard she tries, it's like walking through a fog she can't clear, trying to outrun a presence she can't ignore. In the quiet spaces between your interactions, she feels it. When she's alone, she can almost hear the whispers of her own thoughts, her own fears, the way she holds her breath when she sees you, the way her hands tremble when she's caught in the same room as you. She knows she's being watched by a presence greater than her own, and she can feel that power shifting the ground beneath her feet. Like someone who has walked through the dark for so long that the light now blinds them, she's unsure of how to move forward in this new reality. And every day, she finds herself further retreating, hoping the space between you will grow wide enough to be forgotten. But it's too late. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. She knows the moment you entered the room, the moment the energy shifted. The light may have been dimmed at first, but now it shines too brightly for either of you to ignore. She knows you see through her defenses, through the facade she has carefully built around her practices, her beliefs, her secrets. It's no longer just about avoiding eye contact. It's about facing a truth she can't deny. The spiritual veil she thought she controlled is now unraveling before her, and it's all because of you. And you, chosen one, know exactly what is happening. You've been given the eyes to see what others cannot, the spirit to discern the hidden workings of those who have long operated in the shadows. You are the light that brings clarity, and even the darkest of places must yield to that light eventually. It's a divine truth that no one can outrun, no matter how deep they bury their secrets or how carefully they try to keep their distance. The shift is real. The transformation is happening. The tension between you both is thick, like the stillness before a storm. It's not just a passing discomfort. It's as if the very air has become charged with a force neither of you can ignore. There's a crackling energy that grows between you, something she can't quite put her finger on, but feels deeply within her spirit. It's a divine shift, one she can't control, and she knows it. She feels it every time your eyes meet, like a wave crashing against a wall of stone, unyielding, unrelenting. For so long, she held the reins of the spiritual atmosphere around her. She was the one who guided the flow, who directed the currents of energy with the wave of her hand, the words of her chant, the flick of her wrist. But now, that power feels distant. It's as though the river she once controlled has begun to change course, and the waters no longer flow in the direction she commands. She feels like a conductor without an orchestra, a painter without a canvas. Every tool she used, every ritual she performed, now falters in her hands. The magic she once wove so easily seems to dissolve before her eyes, leaving her grasping at the fading remnants of what once was. Your spirit, steady, unshakable, diminishes hers, not through force, but through presence. It's as if the very ground beneath her feet has started to shift, the foundation of her beliefs cracking and crumbling under the weight of your spiritual truth. She can't quite explain why her rituals don't yield results anymore, but she feels it. The things that once worked, the spells that once held power, now slip through her fingers like sand. She's beginning to see, slowly but surely, that she no longer holds dominion over the space she once ruled. Where she once stood tall, confident in her abilities, she now feels small, uncertain. It's not that she's lost everything, but the subtle weakening of her power is enough to make her feel like an imposter in her own life. The energy that once surged from her practices now seems to fade into the background, as if your very presence has sucked the life out of it. It's a feeling she can't ignore, a growing unease that fills her every time she tries to harness the tools she once wielded with ease. You, chosen one, are the living embodiment of spiritual authority. Your presence alone commands the space, not by demanding it, but by existing in alignment with the divine purpose that courses through your veins. Where she once stood as the ruler of her spiritual domain, she now stands in your shadow, her every move reflecting the shift in the air. It's not that you've done anything directly to challenge her, it's that you, simply by being true to your own purpose, have redefined the atmosphere around her. Like a lighthouse in the distance, your light makes hers flicker and fade. She feels it deep in her bones, like the chill before a storm breaks. The strength she once had, the control she thought was hers, is slipping away like water through her fingers. It's a slow, creeping realization, one that she tries to ignore, but it's undeniable. The power that once surged through her veins now feels like a distant echo, a whisper in the wind that she can barely hear. The rituals that once flowed like a river, strong and sure, now stumble and falter, as though the current itself has shifted and is no longer under her control. No matter how hard she searches, she can't seem to reclaim what she once held so tightly. It's like chasing the last light of day as the sun sets. It's there, but it's slipping farther away with each passing moment. She tries to hold on to the practices, to the spells that once gave her strength. But the harder she clings, the further she feels herself from them. The power that once felt like an extension of her own being now feels as distant as the stars, unreachable and cold. With every failed attempt, every ritual that crumbles before her eyes, she's reminded of something much greater than herself. Your presence, your unwavering spiritual essence, is too strong, too real for her illusions to endure. She can't run from it. She can't hide from it. It's like standing in front of a mirror that reflects the truth she doesn't want to see. Your divine authority doesn't demand recognition. It simply is. And because it simply is, the falsehoods she's relied on to create her power are unraveling before her. You stand firm, rooted in your truth, a force that can't be ignored. The authority you carry doesn't need to boast or assert itself. It doesn't demand attention. It simply takes its rightful place, and everything else falls away. Like the sun rising, relentless and constant, the illusions of the darkness begin to fade, and all that's left is the undeniable light of truth. She thought she could hold her ground, but now she stands in the face of something she can't control, and she knows it. Her power, once so familiar, is now a shadow of what it once was. And with each passing day, the shadows grow longer, the illusions more fragile. Your presence, like the sun, slowly burns away the fog, leaving nothing but the clarity of truth standing tall in the daylight. She is waking up to the reality of your power, one that can't be undone, one that doesn't bend to the whims of the world. Your divine essence is the rock in the river, unshaken by the current. And no matter how hard she tries to reclaim what's slipping away, she can't. The tide has turned, and it's too late for her to turn back. Like a steady flame in the darkness, your energy burns clear and unwavering. It doesn't flicker or waver with the winds of doubt or resistance. It simply shines, a beacon in the night. No matter how much she tries to avert her gaze, she cannot ignore the warmth that radiates from you or the clarity that others find in your presence. It's like the first rays of dawn, breaking through a long, dark night. No matter how dark the night has been, the light will always find its way. She has started to feel it too. The gentle pull of your truth, a force she can't seem to shake off, no matter how hard she tries to distance herself. She's no longer able to hide behind the walls she once built, the walls of deception and illusion that she carefully constructed to shield herself from the light. Her spiritual game, once a tight-knit web of half-truths and hidden rituals, is starting to unravel. The tighter she holds onto it, the more it slips through her fingers, like sand falling from an open hand. The more she resists the truth you embody, the clearer it becomes that she can't escape it. It's like trying to stand still in the middle of a river that's pulling at her with undeniable force. She can paddle as hard as she wants, but the current, your presence, continues to sweep her toward the shore of awakening. And even when she looks away or tries to pretend she doesn't feel the shift in the air, it's already too late. There's no hiding from the clarity you bring. Like a spotlight shining on the dark corners of a room, your energy exposes everything she thought she could conceal. Her false practices, her secret rituals, they can no longer hide in the shadows when you are near. She might try to convince herself otherwise, but deep down, she knows. The truth is undeniable, and your truth is too powerful for her deceptions to survive. It's as if she's been living in a dimly lit room for years, and now, with you nearby, the light has been turned on. The things she once overlooked, the lies she told herself to maintain her position, are suddenly glaringly obvious. Her illusions are crumbling like paper in a flame, and with every second that passes, she feels it more deeply. You've become a mirror, reflecting her true self back to her, and the more she sees it, the more she can't deny the truth. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. She may try to resist, but her resistance only makes the pull stronger. The more she attempts to keep the old ways alive, the more her spiritual foundation shakes, like a building on cracked ground. She can't escape the weight of your presence, nor can she deny the shift in her spirit that is happening without her permission. Your energy, steady and unyielding, continues to reverberate through her world, a constant reminder that the truth is no longer optional. It is inevitable. The community, though unaware of the full picture, feels something new. There's a distinct change in the air, as if a fog has lifted. The chains that once bound this space are loosening, and those who once lived in spiritual darkness are beginning to feel the pull of the light. Your unwavering presence acts as a beacon, leading those who are ready to step into the truth. Like a ripple on the surface of a pond, your presence has expanded far beyond what she could have anticipated. She tried to retreat, to hide in the shadows, seeking refuge in practices that once gave her a sense of control. But no matter where she turns, the waves of your influence continue to reach her, pulling at her in ways she can't ignore. The more she seeks solace in familiar habits, the more she finds herself caught in the current of something much greater, much more powerful than what she's known. She cannot escape it. You, simply by being, have redefined the very essence of this place. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. Your energy, quiet yet undeniable, has woven through this community like the threads of a tapestry, transforming everything it touches. Where there once were shadows, there is now light. Where there was division, there is now unity. Like a storm clearing the air after weeks of humidity, your presence has brought clarity. The weight of your truth has elevated this space, inviting others to rise with it. But for her, it's a different story. She feels the tension mounting, the pressure building like a dam ready to burst, and she knows that soon the truth will be unavoidable. Her attempts to run from what she knows are futile. She can no longer hide in the comfort of illusions. Every time she moves, every decision she makes is under the heavy weight of the spiritual shift you've set in motion. Her rituals falter because they no longer align with the energy that now surrounds her. The tools she once relied on fail to yield results, and deep down, she feels it. The absence of the support she once thought was invincible. Your steady light is now illuminating every corner, every hidden place, and nothing remains concealed for long. She may try to pretend that everything is as it was, but the truth is slowly and inevitably revealing itself to her. She can feel the walls of her comfort zone crumbling, like an old building falling apart piece by piece. Each failed attempt to regain control serves as a reminder of the authority you carry, a reminder that no amount of deception can stand in the face of pure, undeniable truth. She has no choice now but to face what's coming, even though she's not yet ready. It's like the final act of a play that can't be stopped. No matter how many times she tries to exit the stage, the drama has built, the tension has been rising, and soon there will be nowhere left to hide. The confrontation she dreads, the inevitable clash of energies, is on the horizon. The time for evasion has passed, and now all she can do is wait for the moment when the truth she's tried to bury comes to the surface, when the force of your presence will make it impossible for her to deny any longer. But even in her fear, she cannot escape the reality that has been unfolding. The universe has set this moment into motion, long before either of you realized it. This is the culmination of everything that has come before. The unveiling, the reckoning, the final awakening. No matter how much she resists, the divine timing of this moment will not be delayed. The floodgates will open, and she will be faced with the undeniable force of truth that she can no longer turn away from. And in that moment, all she can do is stand and face what is inevitable, knowing that the power of your truth has already changed everything. She fears the day when your spiritual clarity will no longer be ignored, when the truth she's hidden will be revealed, not through confrontation, but through your natural alignment with the divine. You don't need to shout. Your actions and steady presence speak louder than any words ever could. When the time comes, the community will see clearly, and her illusions will crumble. Like a calm river that cuts through stone, your presence flows steadily, carving through everything in its path, reshaping the land around it. To her, this river seemed far off at first, like something that could be ignored, a force she could keep at arm's length. But now, with each passing day, she sees that the river is no longer distant. It's come to her doorstep. The current is strong, unyielding, and no amount of resistance can slow its advance. Your presence, steady and unwavering, is a force she can no longer ignore. She didn't understand at first. She couldn't see the larger picture. It seemed like just another random twist in the plot, another piece of life's puzzle that didn't quite fit. But as the days pass, she begins to see it more clearly. The way everything has shifted around you, the way you move through this space, not bending to the pressure, but standing firm in the truth that surrounds you. This is no accident. This isn't some coincidence that she can chalk up to chance. No, this is part of something much bigger, something cosmic that she can't quite grasp yet, but that she feels deep down in her bones. Your being here is a divine arrangement, a placement in her life that she didn't see coming, and one she's not ready to confront. She sees you now as a mirror, reflecting everything she's avoided, every lie she's told herself, every illusion she's clung to for comfort. You, in your simple, unwavering presence, stand as a living challenge to everything she has worked so hard to maintain. The truth you carry is undeniable, and as she looks into it, she sees the cracks in her own facade widening, and she knows that soon it will all come crumbling down. Your strength, your calmness, your alignment with truth, it's as if you're a pillar of light in a world that's grown so accustomed to the darkness. To her, it's unsettling. It's uncomfortable. She spent so many years hiding in shadows, behind walls of lies, behind spiritual masks that she put on to protect herself. But now, in your presence, she can feel those walls trembling, and she knows, deep down, they're not going to hold for much longer. In the quiet power of your being, she recognizes her own weakness. You don't need to speak a word to show her the truth. Your energy, your mere existence, reveals everything. The lies she has built her life upon are fading in the light you bring. Her false beliefs no longer feel safe. They feel flimsy, like old paper that's about to crumble in the wind. And as she watches you, she realizes that you are everything she's been too afraid to become. You are everything she has resisted for so long, and that resistance has kept her trapped in a cycle of deceit, of hiding from what she knows deep down to be true. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to his plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially, far beyond your expectations. Remember, his protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of his divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as his mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed, and let the light of the Lord guide your path. It's like standing at the edge of a great cliff, looking out at the vast expanse ahead. She has spent so long looking down at the safety of the ground beneath her feet, afraid to move, afraid to leap into the unknown. But you stand there at the edge with courage, with unwavering belief that the leap is not a fall, but a flight. You stand as proof that the safety she's clung to is just an illusion, a false sense of control that only keeps her bound to the earth. She knows, now more than ever, that her time to leap is coming, whether she's ready or not. The longer she watches you, the clearer it becomes. She's being forced to face the truth that has always been there, just beneath the surface. Your strength, your clarity, your willingness to live in truth. These are the things she must now confront. And the longer she resists, the more obvious it becomes that she is standing in the path of her own awakening, a path she's been avoiding for years. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. What once seemed like a simple living arrangement is now revealed as the manifestation of divine intention. Your presence serves as the necessary force to catalyze transformation, not just for her, but for the entire community. Your ability to discern truth from illusion is a gift that brings both light and responsibility. And as the spiritual balance shifts, there will be no going back.